Hi, my name is Bill Wiese, and I'm the author of the book 23 Minutes in Hell, and thank you for watching. You know, the world will tell you that you came from an animal or from some unexplained explosion of who knows what. Now, if there was an explosion, well, who caused it? You know, when you type the phrase, "Where does life come from?" this is the first explanation on Google. Quote, "The origin of life is a result of supernatural event. That is, one irretrievably beyond the descriptive powers of physics, chemistry, and other science. Life, particularly simple forms, spontaneously and readily arises from non-living matter in short periods of time, today as in the past." Close quote. Well, they got the supernatural part right. And how exactly does life come from something non-living? Now, if man came from the animal kingdom, then where did man get a conscience? In addition, why do most people worship a God even if their God differs from the one true God of the Bible? They do so because they have an awareness of a supreme being. The animals do not. Why? Because man is made in God's image and animals are not. Now, if man doesn't worship a God, then he usually worships something else, such as money, power, material things, and even himself. You will not see an animal do that. Now, the separation from animals to humans is distinct and obvious, and it's seen in man's ability to love, his compassion, his reason, and his dominance on the planet. Now, God gave man dominion on the earth, and he placed within the animal kingdom an innate need to fear man. That's in Genesis 1:26 through 28 and 9:2. Now, why would they fear us if we came from their species? It is only because God said it would be so. Now, there is such a vast difference between an ape and a man, but people choose to deny the obvious. There cannot be design without a designer. Now, the English theologian William Paley, in his wristwatch example, said this: "Common sense dictates that the complexity, the materials, and the obvious and purposeful and intricate design of the watch capable of measuring the precise passage of time led to the logical conclusion that there must be an intelligent, purposeful watchmaker." In other words, you wouldn't say that through the eons of time, and as the winds blew, and as the sand swept across the ground, that one day this beautiful watch began forming, and after millions of years it became this perfectly made watch keeping perfect time. No, you would not think such a foolish thought. Well, the wrist that wears the watch is far more complex. Now, either you believe in God or you believe that it all happened by accident. If the latter is your position, then nature dictates and there is no one to whom you have to give an account. You'll be a person with no hope in this world. You'll live with a void in your soul that cannot be filled with mere experiences or things. You'll be left unsatisfied, knowing deep down there is more to life than the material world. But did you know that you actually came from God? You are special, unique, and created in God's image with a destiny and purpose for being here. But first, I want to say that God did not make you to simply exist, nor is He behind any harm or evil that was done to you. When people reject God or pervert who God really is, they are capable of all sorts of evil. They harm one another. Now, if you have anger or bitterness towards God because of the evil done to you, well, we encourage you to watch my teaching, a video titled, "Where Was God?" And it's on our YouTube channel, Bill Wiese TV. Also, from our playlist, Living for Eternity, we do a series called Does God Test You?, which will help you understand what is from God and what is not. Now let's look at just a few verses that describe what God does say about you. Number one, you were made in God's image. Genesis 1:26. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. Psalms 139:14. God loved you enough to die for you when you were still rebelling against Him. And that's in Romans 5:8. He is ready to forgive you and extend mercy to you. Psalms 86:5. He will adopt you into His family, Romans 8:15 and Ephesians 1:5. And He has a good plan for your life, Jeremiah 29:11. And He will never leave you, Hebrews 13:5. Nothing can separate you from God's love, Romans 8:35 and verse 37 through 39. However, it does take a purposeful act on your part to experience the reality of those promises that I just shared. You know, it takes surrendering your life to Jesus Christ. You can pray from your heart and ask Him to forgive you of all your sin and your mistakes. Believe on Him and ask Him to be your Lord and Savior. He will give you a new spirit and a new heart, and you will then be God's child. Surrender your life to Him today. You will then finally begin to understand true love and acceptance, and that you are here by design and not by accident.